ones Colin and I came up with. If someone gave you £10 million right now, what would you do with it? Now you're in an interesting situation because you're coming out looking at all the possibilities of what you want to do next.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do next? And let's say, for example, you had 10 million of seed capital in the bank. What would you invest your time and your money in?
So there's a sort of 3 or 4 projects I certainly want to get going. I've always wanted to do a big East London sort of multi-site sort of tech festival that fuses how computers are interacting with music, with art, with theatre, with fashion, and really kind of stitch what's amazing about London and the UK up with the amazing tech stuff. Fortunate enough to have 2 amazing partners who I think can really help me deliver that. We've got All Tomorrow's Parties, who run fantastic festivals all across the world now, and Dazed and Confused, who are an amazing art and sort of fashion magazine looking at digital. And I think we're going to try and kickstart this festival up. We're going to try and sell the tickets a year in advance, get people excited, and pull in sponsors and try and make that happen. So I definitely want to spend at least 4 weeks of my time doing that and kind of get that up and get that out and start promoting that. I've got my charity, which is Tech Bikers. We're riding from Paris to London again, 100 riders, all entrepreneurs, investors, the scene. Hopefully trying to build 3 to 4 schools in Nepal.
Is this bicycle or motorbike?
Yep, cycling.
Because you used to be a bike messenger.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
didn't know if I was outing you there or anything.
No, that's fine.
Did you used to hang out at the Foundry back in the day?
I did it in Cambridge. It was much more genteel.
Yeah.
You know, it was kind of a sit-up and beg bike. You know, it's like delivering
a little basket on the front.
Yeah, absolutely. Waving.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then I also I'm really inspired at the moment about digital skills and schools. I think there's a really opportunity to do something around a free school model, which is people-centered learning, looking at sort of things like the Harkness model that Exeter in the States does, trying to kind of basically produce maybe only 30 at a time, 16 to 18-year-old disadvantaged kids, and trying to produce really digitally savvy, business savvy, sort of wannabe entrepreneurs for the area, and probably we'll do a pricing model around getting the companies to pay after 3 months of having hired these people back in to fund the school, so the school can kind of do more. So it's kind of using businesses to basically pay for what would be very, very expensive private schooling, but for disadvantaged kids.
Wow.
And trying to kind of grow that out so that it moves, and you do 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And ultimately, I would like to see it run from 5 all the way up to 18, and maybe do some post-grad stuff and some university piece, and kind of really just try and build, I guess like a school I would have wanted to go to, a school that kind of really prepped me, and enabling kids to kind of specialise on what it is that they care about, rather than what we think they should learn.
Right.
It's strange because I think everyone that's going to be sitting here for the next 4 weeks is going to tell you how they're going to take that 10 million and make it £1 billion, and we're going to go public, and and yet Ben seems to be just talking about very philanthropic endeavors. Why is that?
I think, I don't know. Like I learned in this job and with the beards, like if you give stuff away,
it comes back.
It really
like
comes
tenfold,
back,
right?
and it comes back in ways you never knew, and you would never, like, you open yourself up to these opportunities. I think if you chase money, you get money. If you chase something you love, you can often get money and love, and that's kind of a much more sort of holistic, happier way I want to be. I don't need a fortune. I just want to do good things and be proud of what I achieved. But at the same time, I'd like a nice house somewhere.
Money's good also.
Yeah, money makes things possible, right?
Yeah. No, it's
sure.
Good. Money does open doors, but no, I agree. I think, I as an ex-finance guy, currency trader, you're just chasing the bonus, the paycheck, the more money, the bigger house, the better car, and at a point it just becomes sort of soul destroying, right? And so, my shackles are sort of on the floor way behind me now, and I'm moving forward and much happier for it, right? And just giving back is important, and I think that's some of your ideas are phenomenal, and they're not small, right? So and they're big ideas, but they're great ideas, and I think you know, a lot of them you actually might be able to implement now with your, you know, Downing Street experience, right? Because a lot of those things would be hard to do without some of those relationships, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about kind of that was what I didn't understand with the gig was it would make me think like this and think big.
Right.
Like I kind of thought it would make me focus on small stuff,
Yeah,
but actually it made me kind of have mad big ideas.
Working for the government opened your mind.
Yeah, which is
ideas.
like just completely counterintuitive, right?
Yeah,
You just
true.
don't imagine it. But you get to interact with all these people who are doing big, world-changing things, and it becomes really addictive. It becomes, you know. But I'm also selfish. I also want to go back to coding. I also want to build a few little products that solve a few little personal itches.